First. 1808 Britain Strongside monster. Source, Wikipedia. Strongsay's monster was a large marine carcass that washed ashore on Strongsay Island in the Orkney Islands of England in 1808 after a storm. Stromsay's monster was 55 feet long and was measured by 3 witnesses, one of whom was a carpenter and the other 2 were farmers. The body was 4 feet long and about 10 feet in circumference. It has 3 pairs of legs or wings. Its skin is smooth from head to tail, but rough in the opposite direction. It has bristles on its fins and bristles on its back. These bristles appear dark when wet. The inside of its stomach is red. The body of the Stromsay monster was about 55 feet long. Because part of its tail was missing, its original length was estimated to be even longer. The Edinburgh Natural History Society was unable to identify the body and believed it belonged to a new species, possibly even a sea serpent. Later, anatomist Sir Everard Home in London denied the measurements at that time and claimed that it was only about 36 feet long and appeared to be a decomposed basking shark. In 1849, Scottish scholars also concluded that this was a large species of shark. However, the largest basking shark is only about 40 feet long, and the Stroms monster that exceeds 55 feet has always been a mysterious creature, and may also be an unknown shark species. Orkney genetics expert Dr. Yvonne Simpson studied the evidence and suggested that Stromsay's monster might be an unknown species of shark, a close relative of the basking shark. The drawing of Stromsay's monster corpse is very similar to the Loch Ness monster in size and shape. Second. Royal Society of Edinburgh. Source, ChatGPT. The Royal Society of Edinburgh is a Scottish academic institution founded in 1783. It is one of the oldest and most prestigious academic organisations in Scotland and one of the oldest academic institutions in the United Kingdom and Ireland. The Royal Society of Edinburgh is committed to promoting the development of science and literature and providing a platform for exchange and collaboration among scholars in various fields. The Society's members include outstanding scholars and experts from various disciplines who promote the advancement and innovation of knowledge through academic research, paper publications, conferences, and events. The Royal Society of Edinburgh has made and continues to make important contributions to academic development in Scotland and globally, and continues to play an important role in science, literature, and education. Source, Wikipedia. The Royal Society of Edinburgh, English, Royal Society of Edinburgh, is Scotland's National Academy of Sciences, established in 1783. It is an independent, non-partisan research institution that aims to improve scientific research and public welfare in Scotland. Currently, it has about 1,500 academicians with outstanding achievements serving it. It was broader than the Royal Society in London. Unlike similar organisations elsewhere in the UK, the Society offers scholarships in a variety of disciplines, including science and technology, arts, humanities, medicine, social sciences, business, and public services. This breadth of expertise makes the Royal Society of Scotland the only one in the UK. Third. Smithsonian Institution. Source, ChatGPT. Smithsonian Institution. The Smithsonian Institution is an important cultural and scientific research institution headquartered in Washington, D.C., USA. It was founded by James Smithsonian in 1846 and named after him. The Smithsonian Institution is a large institution that houses many museums, research institutions, and scholarly publications. The most famous of these are the Smithsonian Museums and the National Zoo. The mission of the Smithsonian Institution is to advance understanding of nature and culture and to enrich people's knowledge and experience through education, research, and exhibition. It explores the mysteries of the natural world through ongoing research and exhibitions, while also working to protect and preserve the cultural and ecological diversity of the planet. The Smithsonian Institution is a global institution whose research and exhibitions attract visitors and scholars from around the world. The Society has a profound influence on promoting the development of science, culture, and education. Fourth. Basking shark. Source, ChatGPT. The megamouth shark is a deep-sea shark. Because they live in the deep sea, they are rarely observed by humans, so they were not discovered by scientists until 1976. The basking shark gets its name from its large, wide mouth. They belong to the order sharks of the class Chondrichthyes and are a relatively rare species. Basking sharks usually live in deep-sea waters, mainly in tropical and temperate waters of the world's oceans. Their living habits and feeding habits are not yet very clear due to the lack of observation opportunities. However, based on known information, basking sharks may be filter-feeding sharks that feed primarily on plankton. Although the basking shark is a relatively rare shark, people's understanding of them is gradually increasing due to advances in science and technology and the study of deep-sea ecosystems. However, due to their deep-sea living habits, basking sharks remain a mysterious species, attracting the attention and research of scientists and ocean enthusiasts. Source, Wikipedia. Basking shark, scientific name, Cetorhinus maximus, also known as elephant shark and elephant shark, is the only species in the basking shark family and the basking shark genus. It is the second largest living fish in the world, second only to the whale shark. Basking sharks are found in temperate oceans around the world. They have huge mouths but swim slowly. They are filter feeders that feed on plankton and are not dangerous to humans. Like other large sharks, basking sharks are in danger of extinction due to extremely low reproduction rates and overhunting by humans to supply demand for fins, meat, and organs around the world. The basking shark is the only member of the basking shark family. Its scientific name was given by Johan Ernst Gunnerus to a specimen discovered in Norway in 1765. The genus name comes from the Greek sea monster or whale end nose, and the species nickname comes from the Latin biggest. It has been classified in the genera Squalus isotus, Squalus elephas, Squalus rashlinus, and Squalus ctesius. They are also named Ceterhinus blainvillei, Selachus penningii, Ceterhinus maximus infanticola and Ceterhinus maximus normani. 5th. Plesiosaur. Source: ChatGPT. Plesiosaur is a type of marine reptile that lived in the Cretaceous period. They are a type of ancient reptiles that lived on the Earth from about 250 million years ago to about 65 million years ago. They are an important group of marine reptiles. Plesiosaurs were known for their long, flexible necks, which allowed them to quickly capture prey in the water. Most of the bodies of plesiosaurs were dolphin-like, with limbs that evolved into paddle-like fins for swimming. They lived in ancient oceans and fed mainly on fish and other marine life. Fossils of plesiosaurs have been found around the world, including in the United Kingdom, Australia, South Africa, and the United States, proving their widespread distribution during the Cretaceous period. The discovery of plesiosaur fossils has also provided scientists with a lot of valuable information about ancient marine ecosystems and biological evolution. Plesiosaurs are an important research object in ancient biology. Their lifestyle, ecological role, and relationship with other organisms are all topics of interest to scientists. Source: Wikipedia. Plesiosauria, which means lizards with long necks in Greek, is an order of reptiles in the Mesozoic era. They first appeared in the late Triassic, were particularly prosperous in the Jurassic, and were completely extinct until the Cretaceous Tertiary extinction event. Their common feature is that they use four flippers like turtles to swim, and their swimming speeds are not unpleasant but occupying the mid to high level ecological niche in the sea. There are two huge classifications under the order of plesiosaurs. The first is the plesiosaur suborder, which is a plesiosaur with a long snake-like neck and a short head. It is also the prototype of the Loch Ness Monster in popular imagination. The word plesiosaur in the general public's understanding refers to the suborder Plesiosaur, which lived for a very long time, covering the entire Mesozoic era, and finally perished together with non-avian dinosaurs, ammonites, pterosaurs, and mosasaurs. Chapter 1. The two are pliosaurs, which are plesiosaurs with short necks and heads with huge bite force. Pliosaurs are more ferocious than plesiosaurs and were the top predators in the Jurassic Ocean. However, they became extinct in the Middle and Late Cretaceous period, and their extinction time was much earlier than the above-mentioned prehistoric animals. 6th. 1885 United States. The carcass of a sea monster at the entrance of the New River. Source: Wikipedia. The New River Inlet Carcass, English, New River Inlet Carcass, refers to the corpse of a large mysterious marine creature discovered in 1885 at the entrance of the New River in St. Lucia County, Florida, USA. The body of the sea monster at the entrance of the New River in the United States was first discovered by Witness Gordon. It was 40 to 42 feet, 12 to 12.8 meters, long. The body had begun to decompose when it was found. The abdomen was open, the intestines were exposed, the tail and neck were slender, and there were two fins. Mr. Gordon concluded that the carcass was that of a vertebrate, possibly a whale, but another view was that it was a basking shark that had been stranded on the coast by a hurricane. Mr. Gordon tried to remove the body to a high place and try to protect it from damage, but a subsequent storm washed the body into the sea, and the true identity of the body was difficult to confirm. 7th. 1896 United States St. Augustine Monster. Source: Beidou Encyclopedia. On November 30, 1896, two little boys were riding bicycles along Anastasia Island when approaching Crescent Beach. They discovered a huge body. The boys immediately identified the object for a beached whale. The next day, DeWitt Webb, founder of the St. Augustine Historical Society and Scientific Research Institute, finally determined that the dead body collapsed on the beach was a giant octopus based on the pale pink fibrous material on it, and published it in the American Journal of Science expressed their opinions. But in recent years, material analysis of the St. Augustine monster that spanned a century has concluded that it is more likely to be a large piece of blubber separated from a sperm whale. 8th. Giant squid. Source: ChatGPT. The giant squid is a giant mollusk that lives in the deep sea and is one of the largest cephalopods known. These mysterious creatures live in the dark and extremely stressful environment of the deep sea and are often rarely observed by humans. The body of the king squid is oval-shaped and has 8 long tentacles. Each tentacle has many suckers that can be used to capture prey. Their eyes are quite large, one of the largest in the animal kingdom, which helps them find prey in the deep sea and avoid predators. Although the giant squid has become a well-known species in the scientific community, understanding of their lifestyle and behavior is still limited because they live in the deep sea and are rarely directly observed by humans. Scientists use captured samples, ocean detection, and technology to study these mysterious creatures, but many questions remain to be answered. Despite this, the existence of the giant squid still brings people endless curiosity and desire to explore, and has become one of the important objects of marine biology research. Source: Wikipedia. The giant squid, genus name, Archaeteuthis, English name, giant squid, also known as the king squid, is a squid that lives in the deep seas of the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Its natural enemy is the sperm whale, which is the longest invertebrate in the world. According to the latest estimates, the female squid is about 12 to 13 meters long, with a body length of about 4 meters and a tentacle length of 10 meters or more. The male is much smaller than the female, but no complete individual has been found. Both male and female are the maximum length does not exceed 13 meters. Its species classification is controversial, but recent research shows that it is the only species found in this classification. The giant squid was once considered to be a legendary creature, kraken, or even Thulhu. The sea monster in Norse mythology is based on it, but its size, aggressiveness, and IQ are exaggerated. Since its activity area is in the deep sea, most people can only guess its ecology from the undigested remains in the stomachs of its natural enemies, sperm whales, and from word-of-mouth sightings passed down by fishermen. For some biologists, this is an absolute certainty. The giant squid's wrists are very long, making it the longest mollusk, but its weight is still less than that of the Antarctic squid, so the two are tied for the largest mollusks on Earth. 9th. King Physicalalis squid. Source: Gone China News Network. As for the giant sea monsters in the deep sea, if we talk about species that have been discovered, it is the King Physicalalis squid that lives at a depth of 2,000 meters and is also the mortal enemy of the sperm whale. It lives in the waters of South America, South Africa, and New Zealand, and is found near the Antarctic. Together with the giant squid, which also regards sperm whales as its natural enemy, it has become the largest mollusk on Earth. Its body length is about 6 to 18 meters, and its weight may be reaching 750 kilograms. It may be the heaviest invertebrate known today. The immature individual captured in 2007 alone weighed 495 kilograms. Humans first discovered strange squid tentacles in the stomachs of sperm whales in 1925. Later, strange hook marks were found on Antarctic catches in the 1970s. It was not until 1981 that a 4-meter-long squid was caught by a Russian trawler on the Antarctic coast. Juvenile female individuals. So far, living King Physicalalis squids caught by humans are still rare. Their habits are difficult to confirm, and no male individuals have been found. Scientists cannot deduce their male and female body sizes based on the existing information. Research in Antarctica found that they may engage in cannibalistic behavior, but an adult individual of 500 kilograms only needs to ingest 30 grams of food. In terms of threats, although this creature has few natural enemies in nature, scars that may be caused by them often appear on sperm whales, and 14% of the squid beak remains found in their stomachs belong to the King Physicalalis squid. Sperm whales account for more than 70% of the biomass consumed. Perhaps in the inaccessible deep sea, monster battles like those in the movies are often staged. 10th. North Pacific giant octopus, 7-armed octopus. Source: ChatGPT. The North Pacific giant octopus is a giant octopus that lives in the deep waters of the North Pacific. Considered one of the largest octopuses in the world, this octopus has an extremely flexible body and strong tentacles. The North Pacific giant octopus usually lives in the deep sea, and its living habits are relatively mysterious because they are rarely directly observed by humans. The body of this octopus can be several feet long, and its tentacles are also quite strong, used to capture prey and defend against predators. Although this giant octopus may be thought of as having 7 arms, in fact, octopuses usually have 8 tentacles. However, sometimes they may lose one of their tentacles, and may therefore be described as having 7 arms. This octopus is usually a solitary creature, using caves and rocks to hide itself and being active at night to catch prey. The North Pacific giant octopus is one of the important objects of deep-sea biology research. Scientists work hard to understand the ecological habits and behavior of this mysterious creature, as well as their role in the deep-sea ecosystem. Source: Wikipedia. Halophron atlanticus, also known as the 7-armed octopus, scientific name, Halophron atlanticus, is the largest known octopus, estimated to be 3.5 meters, 11 feet, long and weighing 75 kilograms, 165 pounds. However, there is also controversy that the largest one should be the North Pacific giant octopus. The male 7-armed octopus gets its name from the fact that its hand-to-hand wrist is rolled up under its right eye. Because they have thick gel-like tissue, their connecting wrists are often ignored, as if they have 7 arms. The fact is that they, like other octopuses, have 8 arms. The type specimen of the 7-armed octopus was discovered in the Atlantic Ocean and has been deposited at the University of Copenhagen. In New Zealand in 2002, a 7-armed octopus was caught in a trawl by a fishing boat. This is the first time they have been found in the South Pacific. Its mantle is 0.69 meters, 2.3 feet, long, its total length is 2.90 meters, 9.5 feet, and it weighs 61.0 kilograms, 134.5 pounds. 11th. 1924 Trenco, South Africa. Source, Wikipedia. Trunco, English, Trunco, also known as hairy fish, refers to the mysterious creature that appeared on the beach of Margate, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa on October 25, 1924. It has been confirmed to be a whale corpse. On December 27, 1924, a Daily Mail article titled "Fish Like a Polar Bear" reported that several witnesses saw a white mysterious creature and 2 killer whales in the waters near Margate Beach. Witnessed case of being killed after fighting for 3 hours. According to reports, the body of the mysterious creature washed up on the coast. Witnesses described the body as 47 feet long, about 14.3 meters, 10 feet wide, about 3 meters, 5 feet tall, about 1.5 meters, and 8 hairs. Inches long, about 20 centimeters, with a lobster-like tail, and no blood when found. In 2010, German journalist Markus Hemmler found a report about Trunco published in Wide World magazine in July 1925, another said it was August, and confirmed that it was just a severely rotten whale corpse. The fight between Trunco and the killer whale may have been caused by the killer whale constantly touching and playing with the whale carcass, and witnesses mistakenly thought it was a living creature fighting. 12th. 2017 Indonesia Seram Island Giant Sea Monster. Source, Dongsan News. In a remote village on Seram Island in Indonesia, a huge unknown creature recently appeared. It looked dead on the beach for a long time, causing discussions among the villagers. Some people thought it was an octopus, but experts said it should be a fin whale. The remains are difficult to identify because they are already in an advanced stage of decomposition. An unknown sea creature stranded on the beach. It is nearly 15 meters long and 6 to 7 meters wide. It looks a bit like a whale, but it has elephant-like tusks. It makes people shudder. This strange creature appeared in Indonesia. A 37-year-old resident on a remote beach on Seram Island first discovered the sight. He thought it was a boat at first. Later, the news spread, attracting many villagers to watch. The residents endured the stench and pointed at the mysterious creature, saying it should be an octopus. However, after watching the video, experts said that it was almost certain that it was a fin whale. It had been dead for a certain period of time and entered the later stage of decomposition. Experts said it looked like a creature as big as a whale will theoretically sink to the bottom of the sea and become food for other creatures after death, and then slowly decompose. However, if there are too many bacteria in its body to produce a large amount of gas, it may surface. The strong earthquake in the Philippines in February this year later, a strange, huge white furry monster also appeared on the beach. Most people also speculated that it was a whale that had been dead for a long time. The world is so big that it is full of wonders. A Canadian museum recently exhibited what can be called the most lifelike dinosaur fossil in history. It was discovered near a mine in Alberta, Canada, in 2011. Scientists spent 6 years repairing and organizing the fossil to make it look like a statue. So lifelike, according to analysis by National Geographic magazine, this should be the most complete preserved Nodosauridae dinosaur fossil at present. Most of these four-legged herbivorous dinosaurs lived in the middle of the Cretaceous period. They were an average of 5 meters long and weighed 1,300 kilograms. Their biggest feature was the rows of hard scales on the outside of their backs, like shields. They have been described as four-legged tanks. And also allows people to see the mysteries of the animal kingdom. 13th. 2017 Philippines Dinagat Islands White-haired giant corpse. Source, Free Times. A strange white-haired corpse was found on the beach of the Dinagat Islands in the Philippines. Because it was impossible to identify what kind of creature it was, it caused panic. Residents were even more afraid that it was a precursor to an earthquake. Now the truth about the corpse has finally been revealed. It turned out to be the partial remains of a whale. After decomposition, it became this strange phenomenon. According to the British Metropolitan Report, many people have speculated that the white-haired monster corpse may be a polar bear, and some people suspect that it is an experimental subject that combines a whale and a polar bear. Some people think that from the appearance, the fur of the corpse looks like a large English sheepdog. But now it is finally discovered that the white-haired monster corpse is actually part of the whale's body. It was hit by a ship and died 2 weeks ago. The body is covered with white hair after decomposition. 14th. 2018 Russia Globster. Source, Wikipedia. Russia's globster, English, Russia globster, refers to the corpse of a large mysterious marine creature discovered in Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula in August 2018. A news report from the Siberian Times on August 15, 2018 stated that a huge, furry white sea monster corpse was found in Pakaki, Kamchatka Peninsula. According to reports, the body did not have clear eyes or head, and was suspected to have a tail or tentacles. When it was found, it was already emitting a stench due to decay. Witnesses were unable to identify or remove the carcass. Some witnesses believed it was a mammoth carcass in the frozen soil, while another believed the carcass came from the Arctic. Russian oceanographer Sergei Kornaya believes that the body belongs to a whale. Because it has been dead for a long time, part of the tissue separated from the main body and drifted to Kamchatka Peninsula. 15th. 2024 Sea Monster-like event. Giant animal carcass found on Malaysian beach sparks heated debate. Source, NTD-TV. On April 11, 2024, a huge unknown animal carcass appeared on the beach of Merano Bay, Malaysia, emitting a disgusting smell. Some people suspect that this is an alien creature, and local residents are worried that this may herald the coming of some kind of disaster. The Malaysian Coast Guard rescue team recently announced that staff discovered a huge unknown animal carcass while patrolling the beach of Merano Bay. Local residents said the huge meatball gave off a disgusting smell and was very scary. It is difficult to tell what kind of creature this is with the naked eye, and official DNA testing is needed to identify it. Some netizens speculated that these might be the remains of a whale. Some people also believe that this may be an alien creature. Some local residents are worried that the appearance of unknown corpses may indicate that some kind of disaster is coming. A video of the corpse of a huge unknown creature found on a Malaysian beach went viral on the internet and even topped the trending search list in mainland China. Some mainland netizens speculated, it should be something like a deep-sea giant squid. Deep-sea squid will turn grey-brown after death. It's the color in the video, its true color is orange-red. It's about 1 m in length and weighs about 400 kilograms. Some netizens believe that this may be an unknown deep-sea creature. I will always believe that sentence. The world has only seen less than 1/3 of the creatures in the sea. Humanity's knowledge of the ocean is only 5%. Others curiously asked, is there a Neptune in the deep sea? Is there a real Atlantis? The skeleton of the 2-meter-tall mysterious sea monster was captured. Experts also shook their heads, it is difficult to determine what it is. Source, Today News Cloud. On May 21, 2024, a mysterious sea monster suddenly appeared in Wenchang, Hainan. Local residents recently broke the news that the body of an unknown creature was found on the beach. According to fishermen at the scene, the skeleton of the creature was about 2 meters long and was severely decomposed. On May 20, staff at the Fishery Affairs Service Center of the Wenchang Municipal Agriculture and Rural Affairs Bureau said that it was difficult to determine what it was, so they conducted harmless treatment. According to Jimo News, local media in Hainan reported that a resident broke the news that on the evening of May 17, a large animal carcass was found on the beach in Baishi village, Wenchang. It smelled very smelly and the skeleton was about 2 meters long. Residents speculated that the body might have been washed ashore by waves a few days ago. On the afternoon of the 20th, the operator of the Fishery Affairs Service Center of the Wenchang Municipal Agriculture and Rural Affairs Bureau stated that on the 18th, they received reports from the masses that an unknown animal carcass was found on the seaside near Baishi village, Puqian town. The staff went to the scene and found that the body was severely decomposed. Only the skeleton and a little skin were left. After asking for instructions from their superiors, experts said that the body was severely decomposed and had no research value, so the staff found a place at the scene to detoxify it. Deal with. The above-mentioned operator said that some local fishermen said that the dead animal may be a tabby cat shark, but this statement has not been officially confirmed. Previously, the relevant local authorities said in an interview with the media that they were initially determined to be fish remains. Due to drying for many days, it is no longer possible to determine what species it is. Special. At least 3 of the top 10 legendary deep-sea monsters actually exist. Source, Daily Headlines. Kraken. When it surfaced, some sailors mistook its body for an island, and even boarded the island and set up camp on it, only to be buried at the bottom of the sea when it sank. The kraken has huge tentacles that can grab giant ships into the seabed, so some people think that its prototype is actually the giant squid near the Norwegian Sea. Just like the Midgard serpent in Norse mythology, the kraken will surface when the end of the world comes. Leviathan. The word Leviathan means crack. In the Bible, it is a sea monster that symbolizes evil. It is usually described as having the shape of a whale, dolphin, or crocodile. Leviathan is often associated with another monster, Behemoth, sea behemoth. The record of Leviathan follows closely in the next chapter of the Book of Job where Behemoth is recorded. Leviathan is actually a giant crocodile with hard scales, sharp teeth, fire-breathing mouth and nose, and spikes on its belly, making it scary. In Christianity, Leviathan became synonymous with the devil and was labeled envy as one of the 7 deadly sins. King Squid. The giant squid usually inhabits deep sea areas, mainly found in the North Atlantic and North Pacific. It is estimated to be about 20 meters in length and is one of the second largest mollusks and invertebrates currently known. Giant sea snake. Legend has it that it is a type of dragon, no detailed information. Fulhu. Depicted as a giant with an octopus head and dragon wings, Fulhu's appearance is usually accompanied by a threat. It first appeared in the 1928 novel The Devil's Call written by H.P. Lovecraft. This terrifying-looking monster has since appeared in video games, science fiction novels and even religion. Kraken. The Kraken is a deep-sea monster from Norse mythology, which is depicted as a giant squid or octopus. According to legend, the monster is 155 meters long and weighs 330 tons. It is a sea monster in Norse mythology that wanders off the coast of Norway and Iceland. The Norwegian Kraken's huge body and fearsome appearance make it often appear in works of fiction. Anomalocaris. Probably the first overlords on Earth, the top of the food chain in the sea 500 million years ago. Rheingecker horseshoe crab. The largest plate-footed horseshoe crab in history, with a body length of 2.5 meters, the Brondis scorpion above is like a dog in front of this thing, only to be crushed. Voss water beast. This legendary North American creature was first discovered in 1969. Several witnesses described seeing a huge creature covered in long hair and scales, about 6 feet, 1.83 meters, tall, with claws. Looks like a cross between a human and a goat. Smells very strongly and unpleasantly. Yamata no Orokai. It is a monster in Japanese mythology. It is considered to be a symbol of water damage in the Izumo area in ancient times. It was later killed by Susanoo. It is often believed that the Yamata no Orokai has 9 heads, but there is no evidence to prove this. The ancient Japanese books Kojiki and Nihon Shoki clearly state that the Yamata no Orokai is a giant monster with 8 heads and 8 tails. Conclusion. The ocean, the most mysterious force of nature, is awe-inspiring.